lot of men have a lot of money, a lot of wealth, a lot of influence, and where somebody was describing their encounters with some of these people, and how he described how emotionally and also philosophically, and even to a certain degree intellectually, and I don't mean like just the smartness, because of course they were all super smart, but like in terms of wisdom, and like in terms of orientation in a way that to life that makes sense, how super immature they appear to him, with all those trends of like which are all stemming from trying to find the ultimate control about life, which is like upload yourself to a chip, like to disembody, to not need to die, and to not need to pay taxes, to not need to be a normal dude that just like does things, where you kind of like even transhumanism or superhumanism, where you just, again, stuff that we know from history, where suddenly you want to be somebody else, more invincible, more powerful, and how much that is for a big strata of men right now. Like, these are inspirational figures,
Yeah.
they're like heroes. But if you really zoom in, what you meet is a very, very, very strange, to say the least, way of looking at life. That is actually really disconnected from the realities of like, and therefore, like, we may fuck up this planet, but then we just fly to another one, or we upload ourselves to an imaginary cloud. So we don't need to deal with the realities of our bodies, and how much that is enticing to somebody who is looking for orientation in life, or maybe struggling, let's say, put it this way, with the realities of life.
Yeah.
How our virtual worlds are huge, like, to even younger generation, let's, if we go there, huge seduction, because it fakes the sense of impact and agency. And I think in that regard, even more, it is a super important question, what we can be as men right now, and as humans, what can we be in order to provide a different orientation, to be an inspiration to
Yeah.
somebody.
It's a great expression of this. So the fact that there are very few mainstream role models that operate from deep principles aligned with life is an expression of a dying culture and of this lack of orientation as a humanity. Just an expression of the chaotic times that we live in, that the people who are in the biggest positions of power are not the people who are following the principles. And so no wonder that's really confusing to be like, the people who have the most success, who have the most fame and all these things, don't seem to be the ones that are the most in integrity or connected to life or following the principles. Like, yeah, that must be really confusing. Like, we have all these hierarchies that are meant to somehow represent different levels of skill and wisdom and accomplishment and so on. But if we look at those hierarchies, they're clearly not working in a life-serving way. So that's very confusing.